Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Liz of Chicago Law Luxury Makeup. For today's video, we're going to be unboxing my most recent Chanel. If you're curious to see what products I picked up and how I created this look, keep watching. Here is the bag that I got from Chanel with all of the goodies inside. So I have opened it slightly. If you guys follow me on Instagram, as soon as I got the products, I came home and swatched them. I could not resist. I couldn't wait. I just wasn't able to sit down and use them and play with them because I did have to go out of town. So let's go ahead and take everything out of the box. I picked up 2 shades of the new Complexion tint. So I picked up shade B30 and B20. I'm gonna put each one on my cheek. We're gonna kind of swatch it and see which one we think looks better. And then I also picked up 2 shades of the new blushes. And I will insert a photo of all 6 of them swatched. But here are the 2 blushes I picked up. I picked up Warm Pink and Intense Coral. So we'll also use those today and kind of show you the difference. I thought what we would do is do a full face of Chanel, well, mostly full face of Chanel, and then I'll swatch the Complexion tints up against some of the other Chanel foundations I have so that you can see the difference. So let's first start by unboxing the 2 new Complexion tints. So these are the Water Fresh Complexion tint. You do get 7 ounces. They are made in France, and this is what the bottle looks like. It is a plastic bottle. I'm trying to see if there's a shelf life, but I don't see one on here. I could just be missing it. So here's shade B20. You do also get a very, very small kabuki style brush with it. I believe you got something similar to this with the original Water Fresh tint, but you know what? I honestly don't use them. This is the tiniest brush. So let me show you in comparison of width. This is the kabuki brush that came with the highlighter. So it is much thinner. And then here is the oversized kabuki brush that I purchased recently with the bronzing powders. So this is very, very small. If I tried to use this all over my face, it would take forever. I don't think I'll use that. I think I'm just gonna break the foundation up on my hand and apply it with a brush. And then so I have the exact same thing, but in shade B30. So B20 and B30. So when you pump it out, that is what one pump looks like. It has more pigment than the original Water Fresh. You can already tell that there is a little bit more pigment. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to blend it to break up all those little droplets. So this is B20. So I'm just going to take that and see what that looks like. So that is B20. I'll do the same thing on the other side with B30. B20, B30. So you can see that B30 definitely has more color. And so I'm going to apply that. I think B30, once applied, I can see the B20. It's a little bit lighter than my skin. The B30 pretty much just blends right in. B30 is also what I swatched in the store and what I thought was going to look the best on me. So I just pumped a little, like 3 pumps out. And then I'm just gonna, like I said, blend it with my fingers. And then just go in with my hands, and then I will apply with a brush. So initially I thought I was going to get more coverage with this, but maybe I won't get that much coverage. Or maybe I just need to let it sit down for a second, because there on my forehead it looked like I got more coverage. It has a similar consistency to the Water Fresh tint. I'm not detecting any fragrance. I think it's really, really pretty. If you are looking for a very natural, easy look, especially in the summer, I think this will be perfect. I would call this one layer. I can tell I have foundation on, so there is definitely more pigmentation than the original Water Fresh tint. I can tell that I have something on, but it is a very, very light look. I do like a little bit more coverage, so I'm going to see if I can build it up, just see what happens. So I will put a couple more pumps down. I also remember in the store when I swatched it, I felt like it did oxidize as I was wearing it, you know, after I swatched it. So maybe I just need to stop and just let it sit for a few minutes and see what happens. I feel like that's what happens for me when I wear the Chantecaille Future Skin cushion. I have to stop before I think it's time and just let it sit, and it kind of builds up. All right, so there is 2 layers. Was able to build it. I think it looks really, really pretty. I think this is perfect for summer. Perfect. If you are going, you know, on the weekends where you don't want to put a lot of makeup on, or if you don't wear a lot of makeup to work, and you're not like me who puts on a full face every day, I think this is perfect. The areas that I feel need just a little bit more coverage, I am going to go in with concealer. I haven't repurchased my Chanel concealer yet because I've got so many open concealers. So I'm using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, which I find to be very, very similar to the Chanel. Like, very, very similar. So I will just blend that in with my brush. Put my eye primer down. I'm going to use the Chanel Ombre Premier Longwear Cream Shadow in shade Scintillance. I like to do this a little, you know, a few minutes before my eyeshadow so that this sits down. So looking at my face now, it definitely has built up the longer it has sat on my face. And I do think that B30 is a really good match for me. I went ahead and powdered my face. I don't have a Chanel powder anymore. I have finally emptied it, and one of these days I will repurchase it. I just haven't repurchased it yet. I'm going to go in with the Beiges Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream, and this is in shade Tan Deep. I'm going to take my Bobbi Brown full coverage face brush, and we're just going to apply a little bit of this. So now I'm going to go in with the brand oversized Healthy Glow Sun Kissed Powder, and I have shade Sunbath Deep. It is so pretty. I'm going to use the kabuki brush that they sold with it. This is a phenomenal, phenomenal brush. It's so, so soft, and I just love how big it is. So I'm just going to take this. I don't need a lot. I did get the deepest shade, so you really don't need a lot. I did pick up the medium online, so I will have it soon. These are just beautiful. Just beautiful. I'm loving them. All right, now it's time for these blushes. I haven't used them on my face. I have only swatched them, so I'm really, really excited. So we have Intense Coral and Warm Pink. I am going to work right after this. So we're just going to do one shade today, and I will incorporate the other one into another video. So here is Intense Coral. I will swatch both of them though for you so you can see what they look like. And then here is Warm Pink. So again, same thing. You pump it out, and that's probably too much. I'm told that you don't need a lot. So again, this is Warm Pink. So I would just break it up, and then when it sits, it's, you know, it does dry. So on the other hand, I'll do Intense Coral. Look how beautiful that is. Oh, it's so pretty. So this one you can see I got a little bit too much. It's a little bit watery. So Warm Pink and Intense Coral. So I'm just going to take my brush. This is the BK Beauty 106, and I just dipped it in, and now we're just going to apply. It does feel wet, so it's not like a cream blush. It does, I can feel it. That immediately dried down. Like, it's not wet right now. That's really, really pretty. So that's intense coral. I mean, there's definitely pigment there, and it does dry down. So let me show you my hands now. So here's warm pink, and here's intense coral. And I mean, it's pretty dry. It's not budging. When I first saw these, I was very, very hesitant. I was like, I don't know about that. But those are really pretty. I would not apply this directly to my face and then break it up. But breaking it up on the back of my hand is fine. I have no issues with that because, I mean, I put my foundation there. I put my cream blushes there. It's, I mean, I'm used to it. Oh, I really like it. So I'm going to finish off the look, the face look, with some highlighter. This is just their permanent collection, and it's in shade Rosy Gold. So I'm just going to put that on. I did ask my sales associate about the new oversized highlighters. She knew nothing of them. Literally, she didn't know what I was even talking about. When I was trying to describe them, she kept showing me the bronzers, and I was like, no, they're highlighters. Or luminous powders, really. And she had no clue. I'm impressed. I am impressed. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful face look. I am now going to very quickly finish this look. I am going to use the Chanel Eye Quad in Tissi Rivoli. So I'm going to use that. I have a Chanel eyeliner and some mascara. Quickly do that because that's not the focus of the video. And then when I come back, we're going to swatch these complexion tints against some other Chanel complexion products. Look, it is beautiful. Beautiful. The finish is so natural. It has just a little bit of like a luminous glow to it, but it's not over the top. Now, I'm very curious to see how this will wear. I will definitely leave a pinned comment down below for you guys because, like I said, I am going to work. I will be wearing this all day. Usually I'm in my makeup, 12 to 15 hours a day. I don't expect it to last 12 or 15 hours, but I'd like to see how it lasts throughout my workday. So after 8 hours of wear. It is very, very natural. It is very skin-like. I can still see my imperfections poking through, but I don't think my skin looks like I'm wearing a ton of makeup, like I'm very made up. I think it looks very, very natural. I'm really, really impressed with the coverage and how it turned out. Now I'm going to go ahead and swatch these for you. So I'm going to just use B30 as the base. So there is B30. You can kind of rub it down and it really blends into nothing. Swatch it up against the Ultra Le Tint. So you can see this one is definitely more matte and more coverage. I have the Chanel No. 1. Now this is going to be a different shade. This is B20. But you can see that one is also it doesn't give you as much coverage as the Ultra Le Tint, but it's not as sheer as the new complexion tint. I'm running out of space. So this is the Le Beige Healthy Glow, and it's also in shade B30. So that one has a pretty light coverage too. And then last is the Vital Mirror Aqua. This is also in shade B20, so it's going to be a little bit lighter. So those are just the coverage. I mean, this one, as it sits down, look how much coverage you're getting. When I applied it to the face, I feel like I didn't get this level of coverage. I was able to build it up to make it to give me that much, but on first application, I don't think I got this much coverage. Now, just for comparison, the original Water Fresh tint, I have this in shade medium. And that's what that looks like. So you can see it blends down to almost nothing, just like a very light hint of color. What do you guys think? Are you interested in these products? Are you gonna pick them up? I cannot believe I'm loving it. I really, really am. I think this is gonna be a go-to for summer. All right, so the last step today is I wanna show you guys the Beiges Illuminating Oil. I hope you guys can find this. I really, really do. When I went into the Chicago store yesterday, it was completely sold out. It might be sold out online. It is limited edition, so if you can find it, I mean, it's so good. So what I thought I would do is show you guys what it looks like on my arms. I'm gonna wear it to work today. It smells so good. So I blended it up, I mixed it up real good. I'm just gonna pour a few drops out into my hand. I'm gonna mix it up and then just apply it. It does not leave my skin oily at all. I have got several dry oils in my collection from different brands, and you know, I always have to wait 5 or 6 minutes for everything to dry down. This is like instantaneous. So there it is. It doesn't really add a lot of color. You know, don't let it scare you. I don't think it even really, I don't see any glitter particles, but it definitely makes my skin feel really smooth, really, really soft, and it smells so good. So I'm really, really loving this, and I'm so glad that I picked it up. I wasn't going to, I had no intention, and then I saw it, and my sales associate was like, you have to try it. It's limited edition. You really should get it. And I'm so glad that I did. All right, I think that's it for today. I would love to hear your thoughts on these new products. Me personally, upon first impression, I love the Complexion tint way, way, way more than I thought I would. And I love the blushes more than I thought I would. I'm really, really excited. I think Chanel is just really knocking it out of the park this year with their products, and I cannot wait for more products to come out. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy, and I will see you guys in my next video.